welcome back to 234 in La Casa. Today we're going to be making some food courtesy of the state of Mississippi. I'm going to be making Mississippi pot roast, Mississippi green beans, and Mississippi fried corn. I'll bring y'all over and show you the ingredients, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you over here in just a second for some food courtesy of the state of Mississippi. See you in a second. All right, y'all, so we're going to start off with our roast. You're going to take your roast out of the package, and it doesn't matter what kind of roast you buy, English roast, shoulder, whatever cut of roast that you like to use, you can use, and whatever size. If the larger the size, then the more seasoning, of course, that you're going to want to use. So I'm going to take this out of the package and get this washed off, and when I say washed off, just rinse it with some water. All right, so we're going to place our roast in our crock pot. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I'm using vegetable oil. That's all I have right now. You can use any kind of oil that you like. You can use olive oil, avocado oil, corn oil, just whatever kind of oil you'd like to use. Peanut oil, that's what you like. It's just left up to you and your preference. And we're going to oil both sides of this meat. And you can handle it with your hands. Just make sure your hands are washed, or you can handle it with some tongs. It's whatever you want to do. Next, we're going to season it with this Delta Legends steak and burger seasoning. You don't have to use this seasoning. I'm using it. I like this seasoning. You can just use some salt and pepper if you would like to. I'm going to press that seasoning down into that fat on the bottom, and then I'm going to flip this steak over, or this roast over, and season this side. And press it down in there. And you can season all sides of your roast if you would prefer to. I'm just going to kind of swish mine around on the sides. Okay. I'm gonna put just a little bit more seasoning on there, and in the bottom of the crock pot. Next, I've got some cut up onion I'm gonna add to this. And you can dice your onion if you'd like to. I just like mine to be sliced when I'm making a roast. Next, we're gonna put some ranch on here. I'm using Kinder's. You can use, I've got some Hidden Valley Ranch over here too, but you can just use the 2-ounce pack of Hidden Valley Ranch if you'd like to. I'm gonna use about 2 ounces of ranch. And that's gonna be about whatever's left. I'm just gonna use this up. And if you'd like to use more ranch than that, you can. It's just left up to you. But I use I normally with this size roast, I'll use just 1 packet of the Hidden Valley Ranch. Next, we're gonna add some pepperoni peppers. Add as many pepperoni peppers as you would like to this. Y'all, this is gonna be so good. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of juice. Then we're gonna add some Kerrygold garlic, herb, and butter, the entire stick. And we're just gonna place this on top of our roast. Okay. And I'm gonna get a spatula and scrape all that and add that in. And then I'm gonna top this with a little bit of kosher salt. We'll just use a little spatula and get that butter off of there. I want to get every bit of butter off here to put in this roast. And if you can't find this Kerrygold garlic herb and butter at your grocery store, just use a stick of butter and add you a little bit of granulated garlic or what have you to your Mississippi pot roast. Okay, y'all, and next we're gonna add about a cup of beef broth. And mine is beef base with some water mixed together with water, but you can just use beef broth if you would like to. I prefer beef base just because it gives more of a depth of flavor than just regular beef broth. And so we're gonna place the lid on our Mississippi pot roast and allow it to cook for about 6 hours. All right, guys, so while our roast is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get our Mississippi green beans ready to cook. These green beans are from the state of Mississippi. They're fresh. I've got them washed. You wanna make sure you clip your ends of your green beans. Make sure you just run them under some cool water and get them nice and clean. We're gonna set them aside. We're gonna add 1/2 of a stick of butter to our stock pot. We're gonna allow that butter to melt. And while our butter is melting, I'm gonna get some chicken base. Gonna get a teaspoon of chicken base and add it to some warm water. And once you get it added to some warm water, you're just gonna stir it together. We're gonna add that to our green beans as well, or you can just use regular chicken broth. I just prefer to use chicken base. Butter melted over medium-low heat. Right now that our butter is melted, we're gonna go ahead and add our green beans. And you can turn your butter off after it's melted, so that will allow you to get your green beans added. We're gonna season this with some onion powder. We're gonna season this just to taste. So it's about a teaspoon of onion powder, maybe a teaspoon and a half. And we're gonna add some granulated garlic. And this is to taste as well, so about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of garlic. And we're gonna add some ground black pepper. And I like a lot of black pepper, so you just season yours. Season yours to taste. I add a lot more black pepper than what most people probably would want. I love black pepper. And green beans, fresh green beans can be a little bit challenging to season, so I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning. Then we're gonna add some kosher salt. We're gonna turn our eye back on over medium-low heat. And then next we're gonna add our chicken broth. It's gonna be a cup of chicken broth or a teaspoon of chicken base and a cup of water. And if your base, some of your base hasn't dissolved, it's okay. It'll dissolve during the cooking process. As long as it's kind of on its way, it'll be fine. And so we're gonna saturate this and get this all mixed together. And don't worry about those seasonings too. It'll get down in the broth, but your green beans are gonna be nice and seasoned too. You don't have to worry about any of that. Just make sure your green beans are coated in your seasoning as much as possible. We're gonna place the lid on this and allow it to cook. I'm gonna check on it periodically. I'd let it cook for about 15 minutes and then come back and check on it. All right, so for our Mississippi fried corn, we're gonna go ahead and place a stick of butter in a shallow skillet and get that melted. And we're gonna melt this just over low heat. And while that melts, it's gonna give us time to assemble our corn. All right, and so in a bowl, this is a 2-pound bag of frozen sweet corn. I'm gonna place probably about half of this bag in a bowl. So that's about how much I used of this bag of sweet frozen corn. And to that frozen corn, we're gonna add a 14.75 ounce can of cream style sweet corn. And now we've got that cream corn added to our frozen corn. Now we're gonna get us some warm water and put it in a bowl like this. We're gonna create a slurry. So we're gonna add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour to a cup of warm water. I'm gonna use some white lily flour. Get that flour added to our water. We'll create us a little slurry with this. And this isn't normally how I make fried corn, how I was taught to make fried corn, Louisiana style. This is Mississippi style. And we in Louisiana, at least how I was taught, we cut our corn off the cob and use the milk from the cob. But this is gonna be Mississippi style. So we'll create a slurry like how I was taught when I was visiting down in Mississippi. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna add just a hair more flour to this. Okay, that's about how much more I'm gonna add for my slurry. Get that whisked in, and we're gonna set this aside. Okay. All right, y'all, so to our cream corn and frozen corn, we're gonna add about a tablespoon or 2 of sugar, granulated sugar, and we're gonna add some ground black pepper just to taste. And it kind of depends on how much black pepper you like. My family likes a lot of sugar and a lot of black pepper. So, and then we're gonna add some kosher salt to taste. And you don't want to add too much because you can't take it away. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. We're gonna mix this all together. And now we're gonna add our slurry. Let me whisk it again. Okay, guys. Get that slurry added in and mix it together. And now to our melted butter, we're gonna add some bacon grease, okay? You can add some vegetable oil if you'd like to. I'm just gonna add just a little bit of bacon grease to it. Just add any oil that you would like. But for this Mississippi fried corn, bacon grease is the way to go. Just a little bit, not a lot, okay? So you can see right there, that's probably like a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of bacon grease in there. I'm gonna get that mixed in. Okay, and that's nice and melted into the butter. Okay, and now we're gonna add our corn. We're gonna let this cook over medium heat for about 5 minutes, and we'll come back and stir it. All right, they're not done, but they're looking good and smelling so good. Just want to fold them so that the beans underneath that are cooking get mixed in with the ones that are on top, so that those ones on top can kind of get some good seasoning in and get those cooked too. Now we don't want to cook these to death. I want them to have some snap. I don't want them to be mushy. So we're going to let this cook for about another 5 minutes. y'all. So these green beans are done. God, they smell good. Nothing better than some fresh green beans in the summertime, in season. Lord have mercy. God, those smell good, y'all. They taste perfect. So we're gonna set these to the side because they're ready. All right, y'all, so we're gonna give a stir to this corn. Make sure it's not sticking. Just make sure you scrape the bottom, make sure it's not sticking anywhere. Okay, it's thickening up really nice. It's really pretty. Smells good too. We're gonna put the lid back on here and let it continue to cook. All right, y'all. So there's our Mississippi pot roast, crock pot roast. It is done. That's the melted butter on top. And I'm gonna break this up some. Now, if you wanna slice yours, you can. I don't. I like mine to be kind of shredded. But you see, look at that, y'all. Let me bring y'all in a little bit closer so you can see. Look at that. I'm not gonna break it up too much. I just wanted y'all to see the inside, just so you can see how that looks. I'm gonna put some on a fork. Let me bring it close to you. And y'all, it smells so good. Look at that. There's those onions. Look at that pot roast, is so tender. Look at that. Some of that onion. Look at that. This is gonna be some of the best. This is Mississippi pot roast, y'all. Put it over some rice or some mashed potatoes. Got a meal there. All right, y'all. It's fried corn. It's looking good. I'm gonna let it cook for about 5 more minutes, and that's gonna be it. If you like yours this consistency, you can keep it this way. I want mine to get a little bit more stiff than this, so I'm gonna continue cooking mine for about another 5 minutes. But boy, does it smell good. Oof. Put the lid back on there. Corn's done. And it says, look at that. Oh yeah, it's done. And y'all, it smells so good. This is this Mississippi fried corn. All right, y'all. Give you a close up of that. There it is. Well, boy, this is gonna be so good. There you go. Okay. All right. Give a little close up those green beans. And y'all, when you cook fresh green beans, this is how they're gonna look. They're gonna look mashed up a little bit because they're fresh from the farm, from the garden, okay? It's just for those of y'all that don't know. That's that herb butter, that garlic herb butter right there. You can put it on a hoagie, break it up and put it on a hoagie and have it as a roast beef sandwich. Those pepperoncini peppers and some provolone cheese melted. Ooh.